Love and hate are both four-letter words with completely different meanings, but somehow the Byzantine confuses what's said first based on my history of the feeling and the way the words were said to me. I ask myself, how can two words that relate limitedly, just in the amount of letters that spell, not the meaning, except for one part? The definition of both words say an intense feeling in the heart, but not the same feeling of intensity. One is dislike that resembles rage, while one's affection that feels closely related to praise. One brings joy and happy feelings, the other devastates and causes self-rejection that requires healing. Both words bring intensity and convey a specific feeling and energy. One loathes and one brings glee. One is beautiful, while the other rips away at someone's dignity slowly. I created an acronym for love to build it in me. DIRR, dignity, integrity, respect for my reputation, to remind my brain and my Byzantine of compassion and grace. So if I hyperfixate on low self-esteem, get trapped in the confines of my mind, I can try to pause and say, DIRR, like Homer Simpson, and say, I love me, or like Miss Piggy, mwah. Give myself a hug with my own arms, because you can get trapped in your emotional part of your mind. You throw away the logic and start to question everything and why. But you are questioning with the mind, which does not provide truth. You need to balance the heart and the mind in you. The mind doesn't speak truth like the heart. It can fill you with lies inside, which will believe, and they get stored in the body. The mind believes what you say is true, so you can eat the wrong feelings while searching for worthiness in you. You can hear the little voice in your head. Sometimes that voice isn't even you. It could be words said to you in the past while you're thinking it's speaking frankly. It's not even being honest with you. This is why you need love for yourself so deep that you can't accept or relate when someone says they hate you or gives off negative energy, because love is a noun and hate is a verb. So listen to the heart and your soul truth. Loves, when you say it past tense or use it presently, he or she loves me, that's a verb instead. But love, loves, loved, all the same meaning. Which you feel, admiration, infatuation, romantic attachment with you or somebody else, know those feelings which are true if you have emotional availability that you built in you. We even have a holiday to express love, Valentine's Day. We don't have a hate day yearly. That's God's judgment day, which is why love supersedes hatred every time. We don't go to a spiritual place and pray for hatred. We pray for love internally to yourself and others, to transpire within you, transcend in life, and feel that circle of love again and again in your life. And think of a ring. It's round and solid to show perpetual growth and meaning for love if it is true. One can only love as much as you love you. So you can't seek or expect love from others to be grand. It won't be any greater than the love you feel or your worthiness within for you. Like a team that's only as strong as its weakest link, love can only be at the level of the person who feels less than within. Team can be two or anything more than one, which is why you need constant growth to build love and affection. The emotional growth in you is a practice of self-esteem, self-confidence in your heart and soul to exude through you. Self-esteem and self-confidence are actually two different things. Even though they sound similar, self-confidence comes externally, the compliments you receive. Self-esteem is built on your internal feelings. How do you feel about you? And self-confidence can be exuded when you're walking down the street while you carry inside low self-esteem and you ponder, does everyone hate me in the brain? Self-esteem are the words when you hyperfixate on what did I just say? Am I dressed appropriately? Did I stand right, respond, and have the perfect body? You question your language, assume, and overthink. That's low self-esteem, an internal feeling. How's my makeup, my hair? What does everyone think of me? It makes you feel scared inside your body. Self-confidence, you can think you played a good game, reached a goal, but it's the external validation that you crave. Self-esteem comes internally. It's telling yourself, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am deserving, without looking for validation. So since you built confidence inside your mind, which your mind believed your soul truth. You cannot walk through life looking for external validation every day and night. All that will exude from you is the need to be validated while you don't feel good inside. Self-esteem, you can't get the Botox, fillers, whatever it may be that makes you feel better inside, breast lifts, tummy tuck, gastric bypass surgery. You can feel a lack of self-esteem if you do these things in hopes others will see. Self-confidence, the beauty and compliments, your new look outside. Did your lip injection or facelift help you feel better while you wait and ask and tell others about your surgery, or for someone to notice and say something so you can fill your heart bucket, but it just keeps leaking because you weren't being true with your self-esteem that you built up in your life. You can't assume, if only I lost the weight, then I'd feel better. Maybe you felt beauty momentarily. That's not long-term. You'll always keep looking externally for the next best fad they come out with to sell you. The idea that beauty is an external product that you can purchase is not truth. You need to practice this every day, especially if you grew up around people emotionally unavailable. If you were ever in a bad relationship, you may confuse hatred and love because it can ruin the merry-go-round mindset, your soul's actual truth. You can get trapped overthinking in the Byzantine. Remember that excitement and angst can feel similar in the body. So be emotionally available. If you have availability, it will help you to not overthink or assume. It will assist with anxiety, because love and hate, if left unattended, will leave you walking around not speaking your soul truth authentically. It can build social anxiety that you didn't even know you had, so you start to avoid seeing or speaking to anybody, even the ones you knew, which was created in you from situations you surrounded yourself during those times in your life that you were placed into. When the universe gave you your life assignment, other people's stories about you aren't true. Being vulnerable connects humans on Earth School. So build your story and read it to you, and live off the tree of life, not the tree of knowledge, which lies verbally and lays in you. Even though knowledge is power, this isn't the correct knowledge you are seeking. It's just what's screamed on the inside. Don't always listen to that voice within. It's literally called the Prince of Lies. For a good reason. It lies to you. It tells you I'm stupid. Why bother? I'm undeserving, and I hate you. It's the what ifs that can end up leaving you, not trying, giving up halfway, instead of seeing how far you've come in your life, when we all deserve love and came to Earth School for our story. We all are here for the same reason, which is why we made it through. To be one, to be loved, both from others and inside, to be light, to have goals, and to be aligned. To feel like contributing human beings, doing the job that we want to do in life, with a group who accepts us and your authenticity, as long as you stand tall and proud inside. Do the work you were put on Earth School to do, to enjoy your life for eternity, not walking around clenched up from history of what has been said to you. Just release that timeline. It's not your story. You can't say, why won't anybody love me? You have to love you to the fullest, then feel accepting to receive. And you might think, I'm accepting. Really, it's true. But you're not doing the healing within. That will get you nowhere because you aren't being honest with you. You just want the presence of another human body. It could have you going on 45 dates wondering, why has nobody picked me? Because you didn't pick yourself first, and you're just filling the human connection need, avoiding the date yourself first internal feeling. We all long for connection. We don't want to go out alone, but connection is hard to sustain when you didn't do the work on your own. Or maybe you will meet someone who likes you, but now you're two halves thinking you're a whole because you found another human. Internally, you feel aggravated with your soul truth, and you don't even realize why. It's because you are two halves thinking that you are one whole person. So really, are you aligned? You may have just found someone who enjoys doing the things that you like too. That's not a true companionship, just a buddy or a friend with benefits that you committed to when you should have committed internally. If you are the helper, the fixer kind of personality, you will find yourself stuck in a situation of codependency, doing whatever you can to try to fix the other person who has no desire to truly change inside. All you do is deny the fact that you needed to work on yourself the entire time. You kept yourself busy to avoid doing what you really have to do. That's no tree of life. It's the tree of lies. You won't grow for anyone, especially in you. Be strong in your roots and in your life. No tree of knowledge, the tree of lies. Because what you think causes what you feel, whether you can or you can't, you are right, since the brain assumes that it's real. Feed your mind well and know your soul truth is real, and you can feel it in your heart space if you are being untrue. This is how heart attacks are created, I believe. You feed your Byzantine with so many lies of unworthiness, your heart squeezes harder and harder within you, and then boom, heart attack from denying yourself what and who you were actually meant to be on Earth School. I fed my brain lies about my life for weeks. I told myself I was unworthy of others and didn't deserve anything good around me. And soon my heart began to squeeze, reminding me of heartache, except the heart ached for me. I asked myself why. Every time I said I was unworthy, it felt tighter and tighter. My insides screamed, "Stop lying to yourself." And I knew that I was self-sabotaging me. Self-sabotage got me to try to push people away because I had felt conditional love for so long that unconditional love felt undeserving. This was love coming from friends for me, and since I had not had it for so long, it felt overwhelming inside me. At times, it can be easier, or so it seems, to ignore reality and not fight for your DIRR, dignity, integrity, respect for your reputation, for you. Even if you were literally asleep and surrounded by negative energy, it's still heard in the ears, it hits the brain, and builds lies of unworthiness within you. I've stayed in codependent relationships feeling hope when no hope was to be seen, and no one should follow through with any act in life thinking, "I hope this works out for me." Words that exude from other people to you, you cannot assume. You have to ask questions to validate truth. Assuming what everyone's saying is true means you will lie to yourself in life, carrying their lessons in your story. No happy ending for you. It's a happily never after. So the longer you stay, the longer you wait. It's like falling into a well, like in the Goonies, screaming, "You Goonie! You fool, down the well for you." But the symbol of the fool and tarot is actually a good sign, despite the definition of fool that we all know of in life. It means you are ready in your present life, so head with confidence as new beginnings call for your soul, for Earth School. It's time, and you're aligned this time. So you can hear an internal scream inside there, this little kid version of you saying, "Help me!" That is truly what happens to me. So I grabbed a picture of 4-year-old me and I said, "I'm coming!" I just didn't know how long it would take to pull her out, to get to the surface after swimming with an anvil for so long, couldn't escape, and I didn't know how. You can't drown out your sorrows, either in or out, to try to save you. Love and hate are not the same. So when someone says they love you, yet they treat you mean, you have to have the self-love in you, confidence and self-esteem. So love yourself so much you don't confuse the Byzantine congruent of your brain, the merry-go-round mindset, the heart, soul, and accept the I love you and your truth and your worth within your DIRR. I love you.